Well, hey guys and gals, welcome back to another episode here on the Blockheadz server, Season 2. And today we're looking at Etsmine's iron farm. Not because I'm going to try to improve it. No. No. I don't do redstone like that. Yeah, I can do little stuff. Nothing this big. This is crazy. Look at this thing. It's huge. It's a massive eyesore. Well, it's not an eyesore. I think it actually looks pretty cool. But Hex has asked me and commissioned me to build around this thing a build of some sort that would make it, look cool. He wants like a modern hotel build, and he said that I could use iron blocks to build it with. So, because this thing outputs like a ridiculous amount of iron that we don't even need. And I guess Moo wanted to build 3 more of these on the server. Yeah, Moo. You want to drown in iron? That's fine with me, I guess. Anyway, at least that's what I heard. I don't know if he actually said that. I don't know. Ooh, look at that guy. He's going around with his little flag. That's hilarious. I like that he's one with a little flag. I just think that's really funny. I don't know why that's funny to me, but anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into a creative world that we have this copied into. I don't know how they do that. There's some sort of mod trickery that they're doing to copy things from this world into another creative world that's on another server. Trek alert. Trek alert. But anyways. Let's see. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I had a couple ideas in mind, but there's some constraints that have to be met in order to make it so that this thing will actually continue to function properly without the iron golems like spawning in like a weird place. So I kind of have I've been putting this off for like a long time. He asked me to build it in Season 1. He built this exact farm in Season 1. Etsmine, that is, built this exact farm in Season 1, and he asked me to do it, and I was all preoccupied with building that city that I never finished, and so I never actually built the thing. So also, like, I'm just kind of intimidated by the general size of this thing because, yeah, I've built big skyscrapers, but to build something this wide and make it look cool, I just don't. Yeah, I mean, like, I could build like a big, thick, massive hotel looking thing, like 5 times thicker than that, but I don't know. I just think that would look derp. So I've got kind of some ideas. I'm thinking about building upside down pyramids on the tops of these things, but I don't know if it's going to work. So I'm going to have to go into this creative world and give it a shot. Well, okay, I went ahead and made a plan for the iron farm, and it involves a lot of cyan terracotta. And in order to make cyan terracotta, one must use green dye and blue dye. And in order to get green dye, one can only smelt up cactuses. Cacti. Anyway, so I have been doing probably what could be described as the most boring thing in the game, waiting for cactus to grow. Literally, I've been sitting here, keeping this area loaded, waiting for the cactus to grow. So, I'd go ahead and show you guys the build that I'm going to do, but that kind of spoils it, you know? I was kind of thinking about maybe showing you the process of building it. Maybe I'll just show you as it kind of emerges from the ground. I think that's going to be a lot more fun. Or maybe not, because I'm a blockhead and pretty much every instinct that I have is wrong. Well, I've finally got all of the material. Well, most of the materials. I'm a little sketchy on the glass, but I have plenty of iron because of the iron farm itself. And then, but I got all the terracotta. All of these shulker boxes here are full of cyan terracotta. I got all the dye, I got all the cactus, I got all the lapis. And also I organized my shulker boxes. I color-coded them, I labeled them. I've got those in there, and I've got these in here. They all have similar stuff in them to what I did on Season 1. Yeah, so I have about a barrel and a half. So that means that's about a 1.5 double chests. So I'm getting close to about the number that I had on Blockheadz Season 1. And then also in here... Oh, wait, no, I completely ran out. I had like something like 70 levels or something. No, it wasn't quite 70, but it was quite a bit. Quite a bit. It was like in the 50s or 60s. And because we beat the dragon like multiple times. which was, it sounds like it might have been fun to record, but it wasn't really that interesting. If you've seen a dragon fight before, you've seen all the dragon fights pretty much. So we were just kind of messing around last night fighting that dragon over and over and over again. And I did get the achievements for the dragon and respawning the dragon and so on, so that was nice. Pale helped me get those. So thank you, Pale, for that. And then we've also got... what was I going to say? Oh, I have no idea what I was going to say. I was just talking randomly, evidently. So I'm all organized. I'm all set up. And we're going to go over here to this iron farm and see if I can't build the layout for it, the ground level. And I think what I'm going to do is build it from the ground up, like literally. Oh, a couple things that have happened on the server here. Let me show you this. So Moo created this thing. This is a wheat farm. So apparently it actually harvests wheat and not bread. So the villagers do the whole wheat thing, and then it gathers up the wheat on the ground with mine carts, I think. I think that's how that works. Looks pretty cool. He wants me to build a skyscraper on that thing. So I'll probably do that in the not too distant future. I wonder why... Huh. That's interesting. That is very, very interesting. Oh, but he needs the... Do we need the minecart to go all the way out there? Yeah, that's too bad. All right. Anyway, I was thinking of something for the... what's it called? The skyscraper. Anyway, next what we're going to do is... I wanted to go in here really quickly, and I wanted to put in... Because I've been working on this little project in here. And I think I've got a little funny thing. I've got a funny thing going on. I've got a mob head right here. And I'm thinking that if somebody puts that mob head into one of these two containers, I'm going to give them a netherite ingot. Because I'm just going to have a little secret game going on that people don't know about. I think that's going to be funny. That, if people catch on, that's going to be a lot of netherite ingots. I don't know. It'll be something. You'll get some sort of a prize. Maybe the first person to do it will get a netherite ingot. And then after that, the prizes will be random. We'll see. We'll see. But then how would I know who put it in there? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Anyway, what's this thing right here? People are putting all sorts of stuff in my mailbox. I got the armor statues thing. And Pale was here. And some other stuff. Okay. That's cool. I'll grab that out later, I think. Oh, yeah. What I wanted to do here, I wanted to create, make it so that you could make books, like ink and quill books. Are these like stackable? No. Well, oh well. That way people can, why doesn't that work? Bugs me. People can like write each other little letters and stuff. I think that would make sense. And then we'll put these books in here and these feathers in here. There we go. So that way if somebody wants to write a book, they can do that and so on. So that's pretty cool. All right. If I'm going to do this thing, though, I need to find a way to get down to this a little bit easier. So I'm going to have to build like a little trapdoor out of redstone that has a secret thingy. And there's Etsmine walking around, as he does. Oh, Etsmine also built me a little bit of a cactus farm to... I do not want this dirt. I just organized everything. I don't want a stack of dirt. That's terrible. Okay. Anyway, Etsmine built this little cactus farm over here, which I think... was for me. And it looks like somebody built a coarse fruit farm as well. And they put a torch in a hole. This was for me so that I could get some cactus dye. But unfortunately, I have all the dye that I really need at the moment. I'm sure I'm going to need more in the future. So thank you, Ets, for that. And I'm sorry that I'm not using it right this second because I spent almost all day yesterday waiting for my cactus to grow. Which is partially why I went to go fight the end dragon because I got so tired of waiting for it that I was like, screw it, I'm going to go watch the end dragon. Anyway, fight the end dragon. Watch the end dragon, fight it. I don't know. I'm going to give Waffle something here. We're just going to put some blue dye in a chest of his and walk away. I think that's going to be funny. he doesn't have any chests in here. What's the point of having a house without any chests in it? Oh, that's right. They're all downstairs. He likes to build chest rooms underground. He's a silly waffle. Let's put it in his smoker. Oh, we can't put that in a smoker. We put this in here. Yeah, that's funny. Be like, what? Okay, here we are. All right, so up over to the iron farm. Let the building of the iron farm thingy mabobber commence. Oh, look at this lovely little decoration. I've never thought to do something like that. I like that. Wow, okay, so everything is laid out. I've laid out all 5 of the modules, except for this one, obviously, because I forgot to put this. I just fell in a hole. Again, I fell in a hole. Here we go. So we gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. So each of the modules is gonna be the same shape. And then there's going to be connecting like tubule things to connect these. I think I'm actually going to leave the minecart rails up there just kind of as they are. And that way you can kind of see the little guy go in between them. And that'll be kind of fun, I think. So anyway, on to building upwards. Up to building onwards. Something like that. Okay. Well, we have gotten the first layer done. The first stage of this thing. So it kind of looks a little weird. We've got some of these weird terracotta wall things. He's put up some iron and stuff. There's glass actually in between the terracotta wall and the iron blocks here. This blue glass. I was hoping that the blue glass would mask more of the clear glass that Ets built this out of, but I am not replacing the clear glass while this thing is running because I've already created a little bit of a nightmare down in the old sorting area down there and the auto crafter that he's got set up. Anyway. I told you guys I would talk about auto crafting, but probably another time will I talk about that and explain to you what that is and how that works. And yeah, it sounds kind of cheaty, but the way that this is set up is it's actually harder to auto craft things than it is to actually craft them. It's like, you know, it's not like a command thing. You have to build like a redstone circuit and it's actually really complicated, like for some of the recipes on how you do that. So anyways, but we have the first layer done here. And so I'm going to start work on the second layer. Okay. Well, as I'm building this thing, I'm starting to get some golems spawning like on the blocks that I don't want them to, instead of spawning in their little spawn chamber and falling to their deaths. There's that one's going, so that's good. But yeah, so that's going to be a problem. So what I'm going to do is start building, instead of doing sections, because basically I have 2 more sections to go. I've got this section and there's a third section that goes up above where the villagers are. And then once I get all of it done, then there's nowhere for them to spawn. But while I'm building it, they can spawn on these like these terracotta pillars, and they can spawn on the spawnable blocks of the iron and stuff. So I think what I'm going to have to do is build each one individually. That way, like they're not like all spawning on top of stuff, and I have a bazillion golems to clean up. I only have to clean up one at a time, if that makes sense. So I think I'm going to be doing that, but it's actually going pretty quickly, and I'm pretty happy with it. Don't judge it yet. Don't judge it. I know it looks a little derp right now, but it's going to look good. I promise. Well, at least I think it'll look good. So yeah, I can only promise that. Anyway. Okay, so I've completed a full module. Let's take a look at it. I need to put these little things around here, and then also I'm going to be doing these iron bars in between them. So, well, I can't do it right now. But that's what's going to go on like the little water streams. But the main building looks like that. And I think I'm pretty happy with it. I honestly believe that it looked better without the windows, but Etsmine really, really, really wanted some windows. So we put some windows in. And it looks good because you can see what's going on in there. You can see the little golems a little bit better. Yeah, so I originally just had the glass like in between the iron piece and the terracotta piece here. But we added these windows here at the request of Etsmine. He wanted horizontal ones. I think the vertical ones look a lot better. Well, he said that he likes these better now. Anyway. So yeah, so that's the build. And I just have to make somehow that came out all weird. What a blockhead. I can't even talk. Anyway, I'm so dumb. Anyway, gosh. So I need to build the other modules like this, and then we'll take a look at what the whole thing looks like. It looks a lot better when you have all of them done, of course, but I'm pretty happy with it, and I think it looks very modern, very almost futuristic. Like, what is this thing? And I actually designed it based on a real building that is a brutalist building. It's quite different. The building itself is quite different than this. It actually has windows like in between these, and then the blocks are solid. But it's some sort of computing center in some other city that is, I don't know, built in like, it looks like it's built in like the 60s or 50s or something, as a lot of brutalist architecture was. But anyway, you guys don't need it. You don't need, you don't need all that. Words again. Anyway, I'm going to continue building, and hopefully we can finish this thing up. I'm going to have a carrot. Yummy carrot. I think the gold would kind of be like wreak havoc on your teeth, though, wouldn't it? All right, I only have a few more blocks to place in here, but as you can see, I've got a visitor. I was a bit of a blockhead, and I didn't place the blocks quite right. And I've got a visitor there, and a visitor down here. So we need to take care of these guys. And I've been fighting with these guys quite a bit. They've been spawning here and there. It's been kind of a bit of a trick to build this thing without these guys spawning and hurting the pillager. But somehow I managed to do it, and the pillager never died. Not one time. And I died multiple times. So let's see if I shoot him, if he'll get mad at me and come over here. Here we go. Come here, buddy. I've had enough of you. Give me your head. I haven't gotten one head yet out of these guys. Come on. Come on. Oh. Take it. Crunch. There we go. Still not a head. See? I guess that's what I get for killing him. All right. Just the last few blocks, and we'll have all 5 of these done. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like that. Very wonderful. I'm so glad it's done. This has been a bit of a grind. It's been a little bit tiring and tedious a little bit. But yeah, all of the major buildings are now done. With that last block placed right there, we're all done with the major part of it. There's a few things I still need to do yet to finish the build. But let's take a look at it. Oh, yeah. That looks mega. Let's take a look at it from the top of this spruce tree here. Let's see. Yeah. It doesn't look overly mega, but when you're on the side of it, it definitely looks pretty mega. Let's take a look at it from over here on this mesa. Looks like somebody cut out part of this mesa right here. Got floating mesa. Yeah, it's pretty mega. It takes up pretty much all of spawn. Look at it. I'm very pleased with it. I think this design turned out really well. I was a little bit unsure about it at first just because of a couple of things. Number one, it's actually inside of where Etsmine told me that I could build. But I figured that as long as nothing spawned in there, it would be okay. Because I don't think that air blocks affect the golems, which apparently they do not. And I don't know why we don't see any golems getting killed right now, which is a little concerning. What happened? It could be that my server froze. Or the server froze. It's not my server. The server? A server? A server froze. Oh, there he goes. Oh no, did he get killed? No, he's still in there. All right, we're still going. Do we have... Why is nothing spawning now, though? It might be that time of day where they don't spawn stuff. Anyway, I get all paranoid, like, oh, I broke it. I'm all paranoid I broke it. But the last things we need to do, I need to put carpets on the top of the gray. I actually didn't put them on there yet. It was just a detail that needed to be done, but I just hadn't wanted to address yet. But now I'm going to address it because I found... Wow, I missed a spot. Look at that. I missed a spot. You guys see this notch right here? It's not a notch apple or like a Minecraft developer notch. Here we go. There we go. Now it's fixed. Okay, so yeah, so I got to put carpet on top of this because I've been getting a few little zombies spawning up here, and I just don't want them interfering with the process or somehow jumping down there and like randomly getting in and killing a villager. I just don't want it. So that would be the end of the world for me if I designed something that caused the farm to break. That would not be a happy happy builder, happy hex. So what I want to do is come over here. This is a sheep farm. I don't know if I even showed you guys this. Apparently there's a pumpkin and sheep farm here that Pale built. I believe Pale built it. It's either Pale or Deassbt. I'm pretty sure Pale built a lot of this. But yeah, looks like it's similar to one we had on Season 1 as far as the sheep. But it's outputting quite a bit of wool, which is really nice. And the gray wool is what I need down here. So if I just grab me... Do we not have gray wool in here? There's some. And there's some. Oh, I see it now. Well, it took my eyes a second to adjust. That's funny. Gray and gray. That should be plenty of gray wool. So that's really going to be nice to have some nice carpet to put on stuff. But anyway, the other detail that I need to do is these little rings. So basically what's going to go around these water channels is these little rings that I've started to build. And then in between the rings, there's going to be, there's iron rings and there's going to be iron bars in between those. So that should look pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to sleep and I'm going to put this carpet on. We got some foggy weather going on, but now the entire top of the thing is spawn proof, and that's great. I thought that it would be like a big deal to see the difference between the gray carpet and the cyan terracotta. It actually doesn't look bad at all, especially in the fog. Anyway, on to putting in these bars. Yeah, those things. Another really great thing about doing this is the fact that nothing will be able to fall in these water streams, or it'll be harder for things to fall in, right? Like, if I drop that, I guess it can fall through there still. No, well. What are you going to do, right? Oh, I should probably put carpet on top of these while I'm up here. Shoot! No, that's not good. Well... So check it out. Another thing that is cool on this server is they did the mini blocks data pack where you can buy mini blocks from these guys. So basically you're trading an emerald and you have to have the block in hand in order to get the mini block. So unfortunately I don't have some of these, but I did have a gold block. So I got 8 gold blocks, which is really cool. 8 little iron blocks. Ooh, stone. I should probably have a piece of stone somewhere. The beehives. And I got 8 looms. Let's see if I have a piece of stone. I swear I had a piece of stone in here. Yeah, I have stone. I got plenty of stone. Here we are. All right, we're going to go ahead and buy ourselves some mini stone blocks. That'll be fun. Here we are. Come here, buddy. Mini stone blocks. And there we are. And you can only buy 1 set of them from each one of these, each instance of these villagers. I don't know if it resets at night. I don't think so, but I think you can only buy 1 set of it. That way they don't get too populated on the server. But it's really cool because it's just a little player head and you can just like place it anywhere. So I could use it for decoration or we could use them for labeling things. But yeah, so that's kind of another cool little feature of this server. It's a little bit less vanilla than I usually play, but you know what? I've been playing normal vanilla for several years now, I guess. And so it is nice to add some of these new little touches and stuff. And I think that is kind of one of the cool things about Minecraft is you can kind of customize it and make it your own thing in certain ways. So I think I'm down with that. Well, hey, everybody, it's Clam. No, actually, I've finished. It's done. It's done. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's done. So I'm actually using well, I'll talk about why I'm flying around right now, but it's totally done. Well, okay, so I got this little front part to do, but we'll talk about that in a second too. It's totally done. I even did these little water stream things, which I didn't do in the creative world. And yeah, it's working really, really, really well. Well, of course it was working well because that's not really my part of it. The cool part is that all of the build is completely done. And I'm very happy about it. The only thing that's not kind of working is there's one golem right here that somehow... Oh, I see. Yep, I need to put 2 carpets right there. Okay, so I've got one issue. But other than that, it's completely done, and I really like it. Now, why are my shaders off, and why am I flying around? Well, a couple of things. First of all, we updated to 1.17. Hang on, let me respond to this. Thank you. It was a lot of work. Let's see. So we updated to 1.17 as well. You probably can't even see it, but we updated to 1.17, and that means that I'm waiting on Optifine to finish their update process in order to use shaders again. So we're going to be using just normal Minecraft video for a little while until they get the shader thing working. Hopefully that'll happen soon, but you can't pressure them, right? It's like one guy writing tons of code that I don't even know the first thing about. So you got to respect that, and you got to not worry about it. So the second thing is that I'm using a couple of mods now, and one of the mods is called Tweakaroo, which allows me to do this camera stuff. It allows me to do all kinds of stuff, but the main thing I wanted was the free cam, which is basically like scout mode that we were using in season 1, but it's a mod instead of a data pack. And I think it's a little bit more stable, so that's good. Also, there's a little hotkey, so I don't have to type stuff, and I can move in and out of free cam, which is nice because that makes it easier for you guys to understand what's going on. The other thing in this mod that I was interested in, there's like a bazillion little tweaks, but the other thing that I was interested in is the fact that I can now hold down shift when I'm holding over shulker boxes and see the contents of them, which is super helpful because I use shulker boxes all the time for all of my storage, and it's really, really nice to be able to see what's in there. So I can go like, to my trash or my random box and be like, oh, I do have one of those in there. Okay. And then grab that one out. I don't have to like pull out a bunch of shulker boxes, look in them, that kind of thing, like I used to have to do for certain things. So that's really nice. The other thing is that 1.17 obviously is an update that will allow us to do some really cool stuff. And I'm actually going to be moving my house, my Minecraft house that is, to a different location. So hopefully we'll have time for that in the episode. But what I need to do right now is fix this little carpet problem. And then in the front, we need to finish decorating that. And ooh, there's a spot right there as well. Oh, and I don't have my zoom in thing because I don't have Optifine, so I can't zoom in. I'll have to get myself a spyglass. Anyway, that's what's going on. Just going to give you guys a big update, big progress update on this iron farm, and also an update on what's happening on the server. Okay, so here's my initial idea. Hey, check it out. Who's this guy? Who's this flipping guy? What a jerk. What a blockhead. Look at him. What a blockhead. Anyway, it's kind of funny that I can see myself. Anyway, this was my initial idea. I don't know if I love it, but what I do love is I love how it looks like this tunnel tube thing is going down into the ground. I like that a lot. I think that looks great. What I don't know if I like is the cage of iron bars here. I'm going to try to swap some of those out for iron blocks. So basically it's like going to be like a big iron block right here with, yeah. And I think that might go over a little bit better. So let me give that a shot. Okay. Yeah. I like that, except for the fact that I want this to be 4 blocks tall. So I think that means I need to move this tube down 1 block. I don't know. Let's see without doing that if I can just get away with making it 4 blocks tall and then having the tube continue. We'll see. Okay, there we go. Finally got it. Think it looks good. Happy with it. I think this build is almost, well, it's done. It's done. There's a couple little spots that I was thinking about, like right in here where it's kind of floating off the ground, but I don't really care. I mean, if somebody wants to come along and fill that in with some terracotta, that'd be pretty cool, but I think I'm done with it. Looks good. Happy with it. Looks good. I like this, how the tube comes out this way and then goes into the ground right here. I think that's pretty cool. What I'm going to do is go underneath it, though, because we do have a couple of little issues under there that I'm going to show you. Okay, here we are underneath, and this thing right here is the auto crafter. And the way that it works is that the iron, as it fills into this thing, can actually be pulled out by a hopper. And so essentially the only thing that's changed with the auto crafting in this carpet mod that they have on the server, or that we have, is the fact that once something goes into this thing in the crafting table, into this little cell or whatever you want to call it, this box, that can be pulled out by a hopper. That's really all auto crafting is on carpet mod anyway. So the cool thing is about that is that, like, then you can build this contraption, which this is, that basically tells us, okay, Once all of these cells are filled in, then I want you to move this redstone block, which is kind of the problem. Is it's not working right now, and the reason it's not working is because there was a piece of this piece of stone was right there, and so because of that, it didn't trigger it, even though it should have triggered it. And so then the fact that there's extra blocks in here can jam these up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a thing right here. And as you can see, now it's filling up with the little iron ingots. And then as soon as this thing fills entirely with iron ingots, then this redstone block is removed, unlocking this hopper, allowing it to extract whatever's in this cell. Now, if that wasn't there, what it actually does, like if I take this out for a second, what it actually does is it just keeps outputting iron ingots. Is because as soon as something shows up in here, it extracts it out, deletes these items, whatever that were in there, and then the crafted thing goes out into this chest or whatever. So that's kind of cool, and it's kind of fun, and it works really well. The part that I wanted to fix, though, was this right here. The issue is that basically, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Basically, this little hopper right here doesn't seem like it's able to keep up with the output of, the composter doesn't seem like it's able to keep up with the output of these poppies as they come through this item sorter. So if I go like this and I throw these in here, the rate that the poppies go through into this thing seems to be slower than what's happening in here, and so that gets backed up. So what I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of a rebuild on this, and I actually rebuilt this once, but I'm going to rebuild it again and see if I can't fix this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break that and this, and then I'm going to take and break this like that. Okay, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a chest actually, right, see, I need like a junk block right here as a double chest like that. And then what we're going to do is have this go into here, and then out of this double chest we're going to bring out the composter. So basically we're going to have to go down like that. And then the stupid water source right here. There we go. That's gone. Anyway, let me engineer this, and I gotta like craft up a composter apparently, and do some trickery to get this thing working. Okay. Well, So what I did is I put the chest this way, so now the bone meal will come this way, and then there's more room in these chests, or at least there should be more room in these chests like this for the expected anticipated bone meal. And then up here, what I did is I just put it so that this one hopper goes into this one chest, and then out of that one chest comes two composters. So now that doubles the rate of it. Hopefully, that's all that will be necessary to fix this thing so that it's running fast enough. And then we really should put like an overflow protection thingy, so we could just dump it into like a cactus or something if it overflows, or just create like a lot more storage down there for the things, or even better, make another one of these auto crafters for bone blocks and just send them into the storage. That would be great if somebody did that, but I don't really feel like doing that. This is Etsmine's little farm thing, so I'm going to be more interested in doing other stuff. So yeah, that's what we're going to go do. We're going to do other stuff. We're going to do some other stuff. What other stuff? I don't know. I don't know what other stuff. We're gonna go do it. We're going to get it done. This thing seems to be working great. It's fun. But we'll have to get that other stuff done in another episode, because that's all we have time for today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode here on the Blockheadz server. I hope you're having an amazing, awesome, beautiful day. And God bless.